Oh my God, John Love.
Hey, nowadays the pain follow me. Deal with trauma privately. I don't wanna be a burden, I handle things defiantly. Spent a decade searching for a higher power guiding me. Figured out that faith is not up there, that it's inside of me. Act with execution, what's a plan with zero action? Faced with bad habits, knowing it's a magnet to my imbalance. I'm somewhere between confidence and arrogance. The middle ground is treacherous, I work on getting out of it. Pops is looking down, I feel him every time the sun shine. Back to being unsigned, I only got my bloodline.
Yo, what's up, YouTube family? It's IAMKINGJA. Welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, I appreciate you guys for tapping back in. I know it's been a while since I've been able to sit down and have a conversation with you. I think last time we touched base was back in December. We spoke a little bit about New Year's resolutions and everything like that. We were super excited to go into the new year. And we're here, man. Congratulations, to everybody that made it into 2024. If you woke up today, that means you got another chance to go out and chase your dreams, to go out and really focus on building a legacy, bettering your life, transforming your life, evolving, and that's major. That's major. One of the reasons why that's important is because a huge reason why it took a while for me to tap back in with you guys is because the year started off crazy. The year started off in a way I did not expect. If you remember, back in the first video, I spoke a little bit about losing my best friend. My best friend no longer being here with us. And, the reason why that's important in this whole delay of my new year is because when January hit, I had this whole plan for what I wanted to do content-wise. I had this whole strategy, just like I spoke to you guys about the importance of having a strategy, having a plan. And out of nowhere, in the midst of attempting to execute that strategy, I just got hit with a ton of bricks labeled grief. And yeah, man, January I was dealing with grief, grieving the loss of my best friend. It was something I thought I had a handle on. But it turns out I didn't have a handle on it. It turns out that I was being affected by it in ways that I didn't quite understand. And, I think even now still, I think just talking about it more has helped me tremendously. Because for a while I was just kind of keeping how I felt bottled up a little bit. Because there are a lot of things regarding that situation that I'm still a little uneasy about. So, at first I thought that just keeping busy would help a lot when it came to dealing with the grief. But it actually was the opposite for me, man. I think I just needed time to just sit still, really process things, my feelings, my thoughts, my emotions, but also give myself an opportunity to forgive myself for, not being the best friend I could have been. Forgive myself for not being as available as I should have been to my best friend. Forgive myself for just being so wrapped up in things that didn't really matter. But also give myself the chance to understand that what took place isn't my fault. This is just a natural occurrence in our realization as humans, just humans here on earth. We're here in a physical form, and then one day we're not. And there was nothing I could have done to prevent the loss of my best friend. But I do feel as though maybe I could have done more to just be present in his last days, So it took a little while just for me to, get to a point where I could actually talk about this and be emotionally available to myself, And we're here now. I'm finally at a point where I can actually speak about it without being emotional, super emotional. There's nothing wrong with that. Let me say that. There's nothing wrong with showing your emotions in that way. I am a guy who understands his emotional self, his emotions. I am someone who understands their emotions. I do believe in talking about my feelings and everything like that. But yeah, this hit hard, man. Losing my best friend hit really hard, especially at the top of the year, because we had so many dreams and aspirations together. And when it came down to planning for a lot of this stuff and the execution of a lot of this stuff, there were so many parts of me that were just being triggered left and right. And every time that grief would come up, it'll put me in a place where I didn't want to speak. Not because I didn't have anything to say, I just didn't want to speak because I felt like I didn't have the energy to actually speak about what I was feeling, or I didn't have the energy to actually speak about the things that I couldn't change, you know? So a lot of time when it would be time for me to record, time for me to do whatever, I just wouldn't be in the mood, because just speaking just wasn't something that I felt like I had the energy for. And the good thing is that now I'm in a place where I understand that speaking about what I'm going through is okay. Like I gave myself permission to actually speak about my feelings, you know? So that's why I'm sharing this with you guys today. It took a little while for me to get to this point where I actually wanted to do this. And I guess it's because there's a lot of things that I still need to say to my best friend, right? So I'm gonna go and visit his burial soon, so that we can have a conversation. So that's something I'm actually looking forward to just go check up on my bro and just, let him know I love him, let him know, I'm still gonna carry this mission forward. I'm still gonna grind out. I'm still gonna be there for, his family, his wife and his daughter. And, those are all the things that I need to say to him, because those were things that I didn't get a chance to say in his last days. So yeah, I'm planning on doing that really soon. But yes, navigating grief was definitely something that kind of halted the start of the year as far as the current content went. But now that I'm in a better place, I feel like I could really, really attack this thing how I want to. And I'm looking forward to that. But then it was also other things, man. There were other things going on in my life. Really, really great things. That it all was just happening at the same time. And because I was dealing with the grief, I'm dealing with these other transitions in my life. I just had to find a way to just experience it all and process it all at the same time. So I think that took stillness on my part. It took some stillness, me just sitting still and just experiencing life as, God and the universe saw fit at that time. So yeah, now I'm back at a point where it's grind mode, it's go mode, I'm ready to work. Now that we're past that point, and I know grief is something that I'm gonna constantly be navigating throughout my life, because like I said, he's not the first friend or loved one that I lost, and he's not gonna be the last. That's the thing about life. We're gonna lose people. We're gonna lose people we love, people we care about, people we have a lot of memories with. And that's just something that's gonna happen. So we're always gonna be in a place of navigating grief. But sometimes we find ourselves doing it more often, and sometimes we go a long time without having to deal with it. But it is something that's gonna be very present in all of our lives. So, now we're at a point where we're ready to push the button and go forward. My life, there are some exciting things happening in my life. It's like an amazing blessing from God. I don't know what I've done to deserve this, but it's like the most amazing experience, and I cannot wait to talk about that with you guys.
Oh my God, John Love.